Hi there, I thought I'd do today a review on an item that got a fair bit of interest when I reviewed it about a year ago now. This is the Surefire Titan A EDC torch, and this is a really good torch. I've had it for a little bit over a year and I've worn it every single day on my keys. It's been a non-stop part of my everyday carry, as it is designed to be. I'll just show you how it fits on my keys right now. As you can see, it fits nicely next to all my other little EDC items, and it's about as long as my USB charger or my set of tweezers. Fits about as well on my keyring as any other little keyring doodad does, and it is a very light little torch. The thing that this has over the other light little keyring torches is that it's very well made and it's very high priced. So those are the two differences and the things you need to take into account when you think about whether this one is worth your time and your money. In my year of experience with this torch, I would find that it very much is. I've not had a single problem with its operation, and I've had a couple of other torches that I've used and experimented with in a similar role. While I've always carried this one, I've sort of supplemented it with other ones to see if it's worth carrying another torch. And my answer to that is, well, I'm not quite sure that it is. I think this torch on its own is probably the only torch under say this size that you might ever need. So this will compete just as well with your slightly larger AA flashlights in terms of brightness and length and durability, but you just pay a little bit more for that privilege. Now let's take it down to the table and have a little bit of a look at how it's worn. So as you can see there, it's got a little bit of a pocket patina on it. It's a it started off as just completely solid black, but if we look at it a bit closer, I think it's developed just a nice amount of minor scuff and scratch and wear, especially just on the raised or the bits more prone to collecting other bits of pocket material. But overall, with something that crashes around on a set of steel keys every day, I think it's worn remarkably well. The reflector is just recessed enough to prevent it from all but the most direct and sort of stabby impacts, and there's been no errors with its twist operation at all. It's a very solid performer. With this torch you get 125 lumens in the high mode, and on a standard AAA that'll last you an hour. On Through Night's special AAAs, which you do get one, but I used it and threw it away because I don't have a AAA charger, you get a little bit more. But on your standard, what am I using today? Standard Duracell, this one's on its way out, but it's lasted, I find myself probably changing it once every couple of weeks, so it lasts well. And the low mode, which is the one that I use the most, is 25 lumens. And you know what, in the daylight it's not that different from the 125 lumens. Lumens is a funny scale like that. What is 4 times as many lumens won't necessarily appear 4 times brighter. It's just the way it works. So I think that's about all the luminosity that you need. At the same time I got this torch, I got another torch. I got the S1 Baton by Olight. And this is a really impressive torch as well. It's sort of impressive for different reasons. This is impressive for its carryability and its basic utility and durability, and this one is more of a technical feat. So this is the one where they get 500 lumens out of a torch that is rather small. It's got really cool little cycling through by holding down the button, just cycles through the modes. And of course you can start off in moonlight mode, which is a very commonly used mode in my house, very, very slight. So more of a technical marvel than the Titan, but sort of a little bit less classic, and I would say a little bit less durable. I've actually had a couple of times where this torch hasn't operated the way I was hoping it would. So in the pocket, for example, when you do use the clip, it'll press on very, very easily against your hip. So you can mitigate that by rotating the clip around a bit, but then it will still turn on quite easily against just your hand going in and out your pocket. Or if you take the clip off entirely, which is certainly doable, it'll still go on in the bottom of your pocket because it's not exactly a hard to depress switch. It can go on accidentally is what I'm trying to say in my most long-winded way. I would suggest getting both of these torches to experience both of these types of torch engineering. As I said, this has got more of your modern features. This has got your magnetic back, it's got your many modes, you've got your hidden strobe modes and all that sort of thing. It's got a lot more going on in it than just the Surefire does, but the Surefire does what limited things it does do very, very well. How much luminosity do you need in your pocket? Well, I would argue that perhaps 200 is tops what you're going to be using. I'll take this O-light off my bedside table when I hear something outside perhaps, and my mag light's sort of downstairs in the kitchen, and I'm heading out the closest door and I can't get to it. So I'll take this, and this will flood the backyard with light very well, especially on that super high mode, this one here. That'll do a shallow flood beam that will really, really illuminate most things from, you know, a 10 to 20 meter away sort of area. So if Cedric's barking at something, I can go out and investigate pretty quickly. If Ada's howling at something, I can go out, see what she wants, put her at ease a bit. Sometimes that's what my dogs need at night. They just need to see me, and then they're happy enough with whatever the sounds they're hearing aren't going to come and kill them. That's just how dogs work. So I found this one's really good for that. But then when this is the only one around, which is the essence of an EDC torch, it's going to be the one you always have, it'll do that job adequately as well. But what do you use an EDC torch for the most? Well, I would suggest you using it for looking behind TV cabinets, looking behind your computer at the cables, plugging in that HDMI port, you know, when you're swapping over your Xbox to your Blu-ray player, you know, all that sort of stuff. Looking behind your fridge, behind your chest of drawers when you're not sure if, you know, when I'm not sure if one of my knives is, I haven't seen it for a while, maybe it's fallen by my chest of drawers. This is the one that's always in my pocket, and it's got that slightly deeper reflector than the O-light, so it does throw a little bit longer and probably a little bit brighter longer as well. So if you want to pinpoint something, even if you're in an outside environment, this might be better at seeing something a bit further off. Though of course, for that sort of use, you're going to be reaching for your more large house torch or tactical torch or whatever you want to call your 2 AAA or your 2 CR123 type torches. But for everyday carry, I've been immensely happy with my Surefire Titan A, and although it's about $110 to get one, especially over to Australia, you'll pay a little bit for it. This I have extreme confidence in. More confidence than I have in this, more confidence than I have in my mag light, in any other of my torches really. It's just proven to itself that it can take a pounding, still turn on, still operate its 2 simple modes, and that's really all you need from a torch that you're going to be wearing on your keys. So that's my long-term review of the Surefire Titan A. Thanks so much for watching, dudes. I'll see you in the next video.